Thursday, April 17th, 2025. This is built by Keith. This is the most prolific, simple system to unify the world once and for all. It's based on unocracy, the will of the people decide the next best project. We're done. Direct funding. Number 3, we pick the leader. If we don't like the leader, we replace them. No more wars, no more crime at all. The entire system is solutionmanifesto.com, and here's the downloadable of God's Constitution. Second page is even more critical. It's about the money. Peace Summit 2025 is the people demand all world leaders sign peace treaties now, Article 3. Book us on all national media TV today with no excuses. How hard can it be to contact everyone? Our system is the original IC stand, which is the original selfie stick that's used as how to create a crime-free utopia, which is exactly what we've done the last 66.6 years. Again, this is the most common, simple solution of reinvest all, only local credit unions, only privately held companies. We're going to destroy the stock market and all the commodity trading, day traders, bitcoins, offshore banking, name it, they're all multi-level marketing Ponzi schemes. The new energy system reverses climate change wars. It resolves down to ecology mining, all underground mining, no more strip mining or deforestation. We object. Well, who objects to living in a crime-free utopia unocracy? This is the 100% ecology safe storage green underground mining method. It's all about hydroelectric turbines, cold water, and thousands, maybe even millions of free nuclear power plants located inside the upper mountains, and it's all based on ecology mining. Here's all the downloadable, most prolific systems. Here's Team Money Machine, turn off lights. That's the who is list we're going to discuss right now. Pay attention because most people can't pay attention to anything. Now we go directly to the most formal letter we've ever written from Fortune1.org, an immediate accept or written reject of all of our offers. We're already speaking directly to Governor Brian Kemp, Senator John Ossoff, there's their numbers. Ron DeSantis was last week, Governor Josh Stein. We need to speak directly with Trump and Elon Musk and everyone else so we can literally destroy all political parties. Why is this so critically important? Duncan claim is worth more than $500 million. It's the most horrible, unbelievable kidnapping, murder for hire conspiracies in world history. The FBI, the Attorney General already know this. No one has protected our life now post when Robert D. Rose, #1 manhunted cyber criminal terrorist in the world with a $200 million bounty on his head, succeeded in having us kidnapped and almost killed. Protect our lives today, which is your life, by putting all the felon-level criminal violators that can be investigated, seize them, and convict them using Solution Judge, which is total tort reform. Host mediate everyone by contacting President Trump and all world leaders to actively sign under our company all peace treaties and trade agreements of Article 4 of God's Constitution. Proceed to use our funds and patent technology by wide distribution to create crime-free utopia, unocracy.org. No one has ever unified anybody because of the current Lucifer-worshipping cyber-criminal terrorists who already control everything. We have no other solutions left. We can and will show up with press at every single office in the world with hundreds and thousands of our pastors, particularly with you, to demand that all criminals turn themselves in, starting with manhuntall.com. This is all about based upon I work directly with God. These are the other solutions. And here's the original home waves. My own sons and Sherry Duncan, my ex-wife, succeeded in having me murdered. Includes my own brother Douglas Vernon Duncan. All this is at Where is Robert Rose and Duncan Kling. These are the other people that we've already made an offer to, $40 million offer letter to Governor Sonny Perdue. We've been visiting all the universities in the Southeast, and gifting, but we have yet to have a single sit-down conversation with anybody. We hereby request that everyone meet with us directly, immediately. This is a $500 million restitution lawsuit at an emergency basis. The entire system is driven by simple one replacement economic world of Evote.one, an open public database. No philanthropist group will ever give cash, patent, or anything to anybody unless there's a sit-down meeting. Call us directly. This man here needs to be fired. He's at Georgia Tech. 2.5 years ago, he refused to meet with us. Typical of what's happening around the world. Our FutureCity.life is we pay for building thousands of new communities that are self-contained, birds of a feather flock together. There's the rest of it. Page 3, page 4 is here. The most fundamental peacemaking is we control all of our assets, and we control all of our leaders, both government and corporate levels, forever. Again, Evote.one is the one standard from God to unify the world. All the wealth managements will now use our privately held corporate methodology. And we recently talked to Adam Brantley at americasrealdeal.com. That was yesterday. We're already hiring thousands of best corporate executives to run our non-government systems, including Boot Camp 1, which is all the retired. 70% of the world's wealthiest people in the world will be retired once you pull your money out of publicly traded companies and demand that all the banks break down and go back to only local trust, savings, and loan corporations privately held in your community. A dollar buying power will be the same 100,000 years from now. We've even talked directly to Fidelity and so many other people, it's not even funny. And they all reject us because of our proof of funds is at Keith2022.com. Here is the keys to the universe. We still have yet to find anyone to protect our lives and to show you how to be free will, sovereign God citizens today. So this is the keys to God's universe. The top level are the most critically important, and I described forever why God sent Keith way back August the 15th, 1958. Invest in Keith. It's really all about investing in yourself. This is how to generate any system. This is the most famous diagram of all. 8 new constitutional replacement voting systems is Evote.one. There's the top 4, with number 3 being the most critical. All electronic leaders, e-democracy, are told what to do by Evote. We go from this system on the left, which is 6,600 years old, to the right side, where you are the bottom of the Christmas tree. Small supply chain gets rid of all the brokers, all the problems, and here's all the solutions on the right, with reinvest all and profit shareholders being the key. Unlimited housing called homesteading, never go in debt. Drug rehabilitation, no, it's better than that. You replace the problem on the left with the problem on the right using 5steps.life. Here's a breakdown of the education, housing. Unocracy Bank is one international single banking system that has no fees, no anything. It's a pure raw kdebit.org, kbitcoins.org, which is a single credit, single debit system. Single energy system, which is really solution, safe1.org. We all now live in God's one world. I'm trying to be a little quiet here. There's your 5steps.life, which expired. Here's all the other solutions you can pause and see, particularly Christ's domain that unifies all the leaders of cooperating spiritual leaders rather than religious leaders. Gets rid of all the zealots and the prosperity preachers that really don't have a clue who God is or Mother Earth. Clear collar crime is exactly what's been happening for the last 6,000 years. They hide. A new Department of Social Justice, which replaces the FBI and replaces every known law enforcement agency with one international group called Department of Social Justice. And of course, interpolice.online, which will be below. Hang in. Here's your ecology mining. Here's your Evote.one. We just lost finalstockmarket.com because we're not going to have a stock market. FindKeithAwife.org. We gave it to Oak Grove United Methodist Church even yesterday. Here's the new open single public database. It's unhackable. Our company is Fortune1.org, famous because we're the only group that oversee all governments and corporations to send a message out that every criminal turns themselves in now or they'll be manhunted down, which is manhuntall.com coming up. We have a free transport system. It's all about God's crusade. We've already lost this many domains as of October 3rd, 2011, when we were criminally held on 2-line email we never sent from Robert D. Rose and a 1-minute video you can find as #1 built by Keith on YouTube.com. Help inmates, most massive successful campaign to prevent crime in the first place. I follow Jesus Christ too. These are all ancient. Investment one is your strategy on how to protect your assets. If you earn $100,000 a year, you have every right to decide what to do with 100% of $100,000. No taxes. You want to spend it, you want to save it, you want to invest it. It's all up to you. That's called crime-free society, utopia, unocracy. Joydrive.us. Every manufacturer in the world will pay us for our patents to incorporate with their existing technology. We don't have to build manufacturing. We simply buy everything we need and have it assembled at our partnership OEMs like GE, Boeing, all these other companies, because we're going to have no more war. That's coming up very quickly. And it's all from 1972 forward. Keith's Rules of Order replaces Robert's Rules of Order as a way to peacefully mediate any solution in the world. We're hiring host mediators from all over the world. We've been talking to so many, it's mind-blogging that no one has the time to sit down and talk with us about what's really happening and how to reverse every known crime situation. We even had Liberate Filipinos. We lived there for 5 years. It's all about Lucifer agenda. People that worship Lucifer steal and commit massive crimes against humanity, against you, and no one has a clue how to hold them accountable. It's not the police, it's not the FBI, it's not the NSA, Homeland Security, it's not Interpol. It's always been you, my most beloved 8.2 billion people. Look up the numbers. News One Foundation. Now we get into the real guts. There's your Peace Summit 20, which is also 2025, and Peace One. We have our own press group, which means you can now create your own live streaming TV, video, of course, broadcasting, news, radio, newspapers, magazines. No more CNN, no more Fox News, no more mega monolith propaganda spewing hate and spewing bad news just to make more money. That's the value of profit shareholders. Reinvest all, again, is the basic destruction of all corporate executives at bank and stock level who refuse to serve as true leaders underneath the group that gave them authority. Solution Drugs is obvious, the most fast path method of reversing any addiction. Now we get into Solution Bank Fraud, which is how to prevent infiltration of any database. It's a $50 trillion a year business. Our original Solution Battery, business, drugs, education, energy, food. Solution God is a great one. Original was Solution Government. We want to get rid of all governments in the world. Solution Gun Control. All these others, the most massive reduction in violence in world history. And the key has always been the downloadable solution, manifesto.com. Here's your solution media. This will prevent any pandemic in world history. We had this in 1976. Solution military is coup d'etat, which every military in the world will kick out their generals and their presidents and will go back to only National Guard. We can quote George Washington in 1778, specifically said the military will always be under local civilian control. He alone defined National Guard. 100% solution peace worldwide. Here's the water system, hydro water turbines, no more downstream flooding, no more massive fires. We do need controlled burns, though. That makes sense. And the whole system is under unocracy. And here's the universal keys that's expired. And of course, we even have voice commands, so we can now voice command the world, which is original artificial intelligence. Stop thinking that AI is a bad thing. It's exactly why Elon Musk is going after Neuralink and SpaceX. And here's the original Where is Robert Rose? Rose complained like hell that we were exposing him as the #1 most manhunted cyber criminal way back in 2008. So there's the proof that Robert D. Rose is the most manhunted person in world history, because the FBI, the Attorney General, literally everybody in the U.S. government is covering for him, because he's infiltrating corporate and government databases, stealing your information to the tune of more than $50 trillion a year. And of course, World School Fund really does it. Foreign exchange student program where anyone can get a free education as long as they don't flunk. And this is the World Trade Federation. Popped up on that. Oh yeah, I have a problem with Apple. I'm going to have to sue them with a class action lawsuit because somebody deleted my iCloud account. And they also deleted my, well, I know who that was, Charles Rogers deleted my YouTube Creator Keith channel, July 23rd, 2024. So that's the whole answer. And here's the most critical, worth $500 million. This is the entire key of Cobb County temporary restraining order 11.1.1171 that was canceled on 15th of July by my own lawyers. This is based upon Miss Bashama had robbed us of $40,000. We have all the documents. And the whole system is to unify 8.2 billion people. So yeah, we remain madder than hell that nobody enforces the 11 commandments. And of course, here is the original Evote.one. We vote them in, we vote them out. We particularly tell them what to do after they're elected, and that means no more appointed anyone, and we control their pay. No more stock options, secret deals, executive perks. Those are all crimes against we, the people. And of course, the last part, well, let's pull up this one. The last one is here, which is still critical. Well, yeah, there's your Emmaus. The #1 key has always been Peace Summit 2020.com. We could pull this up. Here we go. Oh, we cannot. Our iCloud has been blocked. So we'll go to this one. Here we go, and we'll move it over so you can read it closely and see that Peace Summit 2025 is we solve all base world problems with 5steps.life. Rapid deployment of this one open public database that destroys all the scammers that use your information to scam you back. That's the real case. There's your solution military. Agreement to redistribute crime wealth to third world countries, starting with the Philippines, even China, Russia, Middle East, and Africa need to be independent and will be independent with this new system. Here we go. This is an ancient method. Redistribute millions of our young adults to greatest places of need so they will not tolerate and put up with crimes against we, God's people. Big one here is agree to remove all the laws and regulations. They'll take 3 to 4 years that prohibit the immediate deployment of reinvest all and profit shareholders. This is the recursive use of replication. This is your job too. Agree to eliminate all corrupt individuals that violate people's human rights, remove their authority and seize their wealth and return it to their victims. 1% to CreatorKeith.com, which is also Fortune1.org at the top. And #9 has always been the most critical. Protect my life, protect the assets of myself. And I do have a website called SaintKeith.com, which is also Savior Keith, Bid on Keith, original CreatorKeith.com, which is registered, built by Keith, follow Keith, the whole series of that, because I am the author of the New World, Unocracy.org.